Hello, 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 hello. Hello, 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 hello. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? All right, guys. So, thank you guys for tuning into today's stream. I am a little bit sick, so if I sound a little bit weird, that is why. Gonna try not to like scream about anything because my voice just won't be able to handle that. So we're just gonna be talking here very calmly, a little bit different than normal. Normally we get a little bit animated, a little bit frustrated, a little bit fired up about certain things, but I am a little bit under the weather, so I'm not gonna sit here and start screaming and lose my voice halfway in. So what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? So let's just get into things. All right. Swift, Bijan, or Brees? I'm going Swift. Flacco or Kyler? Kyler. What's up? Oh, you need two. I'm going Swift and Bijan. Elijah Moore tonight or Osborne? I'd play Elijah Moore. What's up? What's up? What's up? Xiao. I don't even know if I could fucking do it correctly right now. Brees, Monty, A-Chain, or Singletary? I'm going Brees. Hall or Taylor? Taylor. Anyone playing Brees against Cleveland tonight? I think Brees is going to be fine tonight. Obviously, you should be tempering your expectations, right? When you go up against arguably the best defense in the NFL, I think it would be crazy to just assume he's going to drop 25 plus points, but he should be fine. Should be fine. Got everything that I want. All right. All right. All right. All right. We keeping the fire for you, brother. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Start Raiders, Jets, or Bills? Oh, Jets, Raiders, or Bills? I think I'm going with the Raiders. Hey. Hey, hey, hey. Oh, hey, hey, hey. Zamir or Dave Montgomery? Oh. I'm going Smith and Montgomery. But if Josh Jacobs doesn't play, I'm going Smith and Zamir White. Or if Josh Jacobs doesn't play is what I meant to say. Oh, jeez. Oh, man. Come and get your man's February 10th. All right, one second. I'm just reserving my DFS lineups for the night. Jay Johnson, Kraft, Henry, or Akonkuwu. I'm going Juwan Johnson. Psych. I'm going with Kraft. See that one? Pulled you guys in, and I fucking shifted on you. We're going Tucker, Kraft, mac and cheese. Dak or Josh Allen, Njoku or Kittle. Dak. Nope. Josh Allen and Njoku. Yo, what's up? What defense should I start? Raiders, Denver, Rams, or Jags? I'd go Denver. Actually, I'd go Raiders. I'd go with the Raiders. The Raiders. All right. Contest is full. All right. Pick 2 running backs / receivers and a flex. All right. Higgins, Ridley, Kyron, Connor, Aaron Jones. Laporta or Hill? Laporta. Hey, man, Flacco or Minshew? Cooper's out. Yeah, I know Cooper's out. I'm probably still going to go Flacco, though, but it is close. What are we doing about Ridley? I'm just going to play him. Like, it seems like Trevor Lawrence is going to end up playing, which just makes no fucking sense to me. I'm going to be honest with you. That really, the situation with Trevor Lawrence is probably one of the weirder things that I can remember in a while. Like, just letting your star quarterback just keep playing through these injuries, and he keeps looking worse. Like, every single time we watch Amari Cooper, not Amari Cooper, every time we watch Trevor Lawrence, he looks worse. And they just keep throwing him out there, right? They're just feeding him to the wolves, and he keeps bombing, basically, right? So now we are sitting here in week 17. It's like, yeah, I'm going to play Calvin Ridley. Do I 100% trust him? Of course not. I think you'd be crazy to trust him, but I'm still going to play him. with a little bit of blind belief here. Jerome Ford or Ty Chandler? Ty Chandler, non-PPR DJ. Any word on if Josh Jacobs will play? From what I've read, the tea leaves kind of say Jacobs will not play. But again, I am not a doctor. I don't know too much about the situation. We'll probably know, and just from what I've read, seems like he's not going to play. But again, I'm not going to tell you to lock that in, and that's 100% the case. Ford or Singletary? I'm going Singletary. I definitely think Ridley is a caution type of player. I mean, I wouldn't sit here and pretend like you have to start Calvin Ridley. The Raiders. The Raiders. Juwan Johnson or Waller? Waller. Rice, Nico, Adams, Devontae, pick 3. Rice, Devonta, Adams. I'm in the ship. Need a running back too. Oh man. I think I'm just gonna go with Khalil Herbert. Help. Half PPR championship game. No, I wouldn't sit. Based upon that matchup that the 49ers have, I wouldn't be able to sit him. All right. I wonder if Pittman's going to play or not. I have to play Demarcus Robinson in my league. My team was absolutely stacked. I dominated. I dropped 200 last week and now, or 197, and now I'm in the championship without Amari Cooper. So I cut Amari Cooper, added Clyde Edwards-Helaire. If Pacheco doesn't play, I think Clyde Edwards-Helaire could be a smash play. But I also might be playing Demarcus Robinson. Something to debate with. Cooper really said adios. Yeah, he hit us with the Tyreek Hill peace sign. He said, "See you later, buddy." Broncos, Dallas, or Bears? I'd go with the Broncos. I will feel better. I'm going Adams, Smith, and Rice. Likely or Goddard this week? Likely. I'm going likely. Like, dude, Goddard just doesn't get enough targets. Palmer, Edwards, Osborne, London. Ooh. I'm going Palmer. Oh, I'm going Osborne and Edwards. I gotta move Osborne up the rankings, but he's not playing tonight, so I don't think that should really matter too much. Don't think about it too much. Too much. I've been sick, so I spent like 3 hours today playing the new Spider-Man game. Hilaire, Ty Chandler. CH probably gets the start. If CH gets the start, yeah, it's CH over Chandler. Fields or Goff? Fields, Kamara, Brees, Kamara. I'm going CH. Jeffrey. ETN or Taylor? Taylor. I wouldn't get over aggressive with the Chargers defense because the Chargers defense really isn't all that good. Jarrett Stidham's fine. Love or Baker? I'm going Baker, John. Brees Hall or Ty Chandler? I feel like I'm throwing up. I'd go Brees Hall personally. Do you trust Brees tonight? Other option would be Monty. I do trust Brees. What's up, Spock? I made it to 2 of 4 championships in 3 leagues. I'm a championship. Oh, that's fucking rough. But hey, at least you made it. You don't think Stidham's that good, Spock? I think Stidham's pretty decent. Goddard had 9 targets, outperformed likely last week though. Yeah, I just don't trust. I'm gonna be honest. I just don't trust Goddard as much as I trust Likely. How many points Likely get last week? I don't even remember off the top of my head. Isaiah Likely. Look, it seems like you want to play Goddard, so just play Goddard. That's fine with me. Let's see. I mean, Likely had 8 points last week. He had 18 the week prior, 19 the week. Like, I still trust Likely a decent amount. The Dolphins suck against the tight end. Brandon Cooks or Osborne? I'd go Cooks. Osborne's safer though. Sorry if I keep fucking sniffling. I'll try to mute my mic when I do that. Stuck on who? I'd play JT over Zeke 100%. 100%. Bucker or Fairbairn? I'd go Bucker. With Cooper, I have Puka, Jason Godwin. I would pick up DeMarcus Robinson. I missed by 2/10 of a point. Jesus. I saw people on Twitter that were talking about how their leagues don't use decimal points, and like the one guy got bumped out of the playoffs because the rules, like the guy was the home team technically in fantasy, so he got the win. I don't know why people are using decimal points, not using decimal points in 2023, but that's how it goes, I guess. Ferguson or Taysom? I would go Ferguson. CH White, sit one. I'm sitting Zeke. Kyler or Tua? Kyler. Yeah, I play in like 4 fantasy leagues. I think I try. The thing is, once I start playing way too many, it just isn't as fun. Ain't as fun. Bangwin02 YT. Thank you for the super chat. PPR championship with Amari out. You got 2. Chase Pickens, Reed, or Elijah Moore, D Hop as well. All right. I might not play again next year. You're done with this labyrinth. You're quitting. Saying fuck that shit. I'm out. All right, Jamar Chase. Let's see if Jamar Chase is gonna play or not. I'm gonna stop my camera for a second too, so I can fucking blow my nose real quick. We back. My nose looks like that fucking commercial, where the kid has like a bright red nose in like the tissue commercial. Jamar Chase returns to practice with limited work. All right, so if Jamar Chase plays, it's Jamar Chase, and it's D Hop. If Jamar Chase, dude, is Reed gonna play? Jaden Reed practiced. Plans to play on Sunday. Okay, that's good to hear. All right. So we're going to go Chase and Reed. Chase and Reed. If Chase doesn't play, it's D Hop and Reed. The reason why I like Reed so much is Reed is the clear number 1 receiver on the team. Watson's not playing. Wicks is not going to play. Reed is going to get force-fed by Jordan. Love me tender, love me sweet in this game. So I'm huge on Jaden Reed. And then for Jamar Chase, obviously he's Jamar Chase, so you got to play him. If Jamar Chase doesn't play, then you have to pivot to D Hop. Just kind of how I see that situation. I have Puka. Wise to start Robinson as well, or trust Osborne with Hall at quarterback. I'd rather play Robinson. Flacco, Minshew, or Brissett. I'm playing Flacco. I'd rather play DeMarcus Robinson over both those guys. But if you have to play one of them, I'm playing Drake London. If we start Flacco today, I'm playing Flacco, but I don't expect the biggest of games ever. Flacco, no Cooper, Carr, or Hall. Definitely not playing Hall. I think if you're playing Jaren Hall, you are just getting as cute as possible, right? If you play Jaren Hall, you are just trying to drastically overthink things. You're going to put Jaren Hall in your lineup. Now, does that mean I think Jaren Hall is like some garbage quarterback? No. But again, over Carr or Flacco, that'd be a little crazy. I think I would go with Derek Carr. Because while Derek Carr, I don't like Derek Carr very much. I've made that very clear this season, like in every single video, that I think Derek Carr is not as good as people give him credit for. Last week, without those garbage time touchdowns, those 2 garbage time touchdowns, he had an abysmally bad game against the Rams. But you can't take the garbage time stats away from him, right? He scored them, right? They don't just disappear, right? So I'm going Derek Carr. Jets, Philly, Houston, Indy, Baltimore. JT, Bijan, Gibbs, Gus. Okay. All right. For the running back question. The running back question is way easier than the defense question. For the running backs, you're going Gibbs for sure. You cannot sit Gibbs. Gibbs is a must start. JT, I know he hasn't been great. He's a must start as well. So then we enter the range of who do we play next? Bijan or Gus? Right? Gus has been playing really well. Scores a touchdown every week. It's basically free. Right? But then We have Bijan, who's up and down, right? Bijan has a good game one week. The next week, he's fucking down in the gutters, right? Arthur Smith one week uses Bijan like he's supposed to. The next week, he throws Bijan to the side. I don't want to play with you anymore type of deal, right? But I think with Gus Edwards, you are so heavily hinging on the touchdown. If he does not score against the Dolphins, then you're screwed. So I'm going JT, Bijan, and Gibbs. I'm sitting Gus. And then we're going to go with the Jets. I like the Jets defense a ton this week. Now, again, I'm not saying they're must start because Flacco could realistically still have a pretty solid game. But I think the Jets without Amari Cooper will have a much better situation. And to be honest with you, Labyrinth, I don't know what happened with Mullins. All I read today was that Jaron Hall was starting. And that's all the news I looked in. I didn't really look into it too much. I don't really, obviously it matters, right? Nick Mullins is better than Jaron Hall. But I don't give enough of a fuck about Nick Mullins to really do some heavy research. But I'll look it up right now. Nick Mullins. I don't know why they would bench him today if it wasn't based upon an injury. I don't know. All it says is that they bench Nick Mullins to start Jaron Hall. So I guess they did bench him. So yeah, Jets, Bijan, JT, Gibbs. Jubal, JT, Bijan, Kamara, Hall, Henry, Gibbs, and Cup. Pick 3. Oh, geez. All right, I got to blow my nose again real quick. I'm sorry. Is it too late now to say sorry? I'll do it in a second. JT, Bijan, Kamara, Hall, Henry, Gibbs, and Cup. Gotta go Gibbs. Lock Gibbs in. Gotta go Kamara. Lock Kamara in. I know Kamara shit the bed last week. Kamara's a must start every single week. Don't think twice about it. Gibbs, Kamara. Oh man. This is tough because I like JT. I like Bijan. I like Cup. I like all these guys basically. The only one that is just not even remotely entering in my mind here would be Henry. Henry could still have a good game, but he's just not as much of a priority as these other guys. So we're going Gibbs, Kamara. I want to go Cup. I know Cup disappointed last week, but I think Cup's going to have a much better showing this week. I like the matchup for the Rams. I think that Cooper Cup could have one of the better receiver games of the week, like top 3, maybe even the wide receiver 1. So I'm going Cup, I'm going Kamara, and I'm going Gibbs. Kiop, thank you for the super chat. Higgins, White, or Jacobs if not injured. Okay. If Jacobs misses, the answer is Zamir White, and it's not even close. Zamir White has been legitimately really good when healthy, or when given the opportunity, right? When Jacobs has missed, Zamir White has been feasting. He ran for a gazillion yards last week against the Chiefs. He's a very safe option, so I would go with Zamir White. Now, if Jacobs plays, you're not playing Jacobs, you are going to play Higgins. So if Jacobs misses, it's Zamir White. If Jacobs plays, it is Teehee Higgins. Gorilla Kid, what's up, my man? I appreciate you. Jets or Raiders defense? Wilson Flowers, Noah Brown. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Not a game. Jets or Raiders defense? I'm going with the Jets. And then I don't think you can really sit Garrett Wilson for these guys. 1 second. I apologize. My nose is fucked up. Why is it out of focus now? Whatever, it'll fix itself. It'll fix itself. So Jets for sure. And the question is, can I? And I'm just gonna stop the camera again. Turn it back on. It should fix it. Of course it didn't fix it. So I really don't think that you can be sitting Garrett Wilson. But the problem is, am I really? I'm going Jets. I don't really love Noah Brown, so I'm going to go Garrett Wilson and Zay Flowers. I think those are all 3 kind of tougher guys to break down at receiver. I'm going to go Jets, Wilson, and Flowers. Lock it in. Mike, thank you for the super chat. Javonte Williams, A-Chain, or Noah Brown at the flex? I just shout on Noah Brown, and I think the answer to this one is Noah Brown. The problem here is I really like A-Chain. I think this should be the game against the Ravens where we see a lot of A-Chain. But again, I don't want to just be super aggressive with A-Chain because we haven't really seen it much recently. Right? A-Chain's been kind of invisible recently. Last week, only 8 total touches. 4 fantasy points. A couple weeks ago, he was the running back 3. We've seen him be a top 5 running back 1, 2, 3, 4 times this season. The rest have been pretty bad games out of him. If the team commits to A-Chain here against the Ravens, A-Chain is 100% going to smash. The question is, will they commit to A-Chain? Or will they not? You know? And my best bet would be they don't. But the problem is, Noah Brown is also incredibly volatile, right? Noah Brown is like a fucking explosive firework you throw into your lineup. So I think based upon everything that I've said, I don't like Javonte Williams at all. They bench Russell Wilson. Jared Stidham is not as good as Russell Wilson. This is a Denver team that I think is dead in the water. So I'm going to go A-Chain. I think A-Chain is the most upside. Sure, he might end up busting, but I'm going A-Chain. I think Noah Brown's pretty risky as well. Brees. I know I am looking rough right now at DC. I'm fucking dying out here. But I will be fine. The thing is, I actually feel fine. And then when I start talking, my nose gets all fucked up. Like, if I'm, all day, I haven't really been saying much. I've just been sitting in my room. I was talking to my fiance for like 20 minutes. But besides that, I haven't done too much talking. And I felt fine. And then I get on here, start talking. There's all these fucking bright lights on me. And my voice goes to shit. So I apologize. Zamir, Kyron, Connor, Eckler, Brees. Steve, pick 3. All right, Kyron is easy. So we're going Kyron and Brees, right? And then if Josh Jacobs is out, you're going Zamir White. If Josh Jacobs is in, you're going Connor. I love Zamir White. Now, Connor's been balling, but there's just something about Zamir White that I really like. I really like the upside of White in this Raiders offense. I like the matchup for the Raiders in this game. So I'm going to go with Zamir White, Brees, and Kyron. But again, if Josh Jacobs does end up playing, you can't play Zamir White. Thus, you would play James Conner instead. So Brees, Zamir White, Kyron. And then if Jacobs plays, then you play Conner instead. Hope you feel better, champ. Thank you. Thank you. Hall, Bijan, Laporta, McBride. Ugh. All right. You guys think I got the Rona? I do not have the Rona because I don't even have a temperature. I had a temperature yesterday, and now I don't. I'm all good, fam. I don't got the big Rona. Hope you feel better, champ. Hall / Bijan, Laporta versus McBride. McBride over Laporta for sure. McBride is going to get 10 plus targets in this game. Maybe not, but he's getting at least 8. McBride's feasting. McBride's a lock. And then Hall or Bijan? That's a tougher question. I think I'm going to lean Bijan over Hall because the matchup is way better for Bijan. But I do feel a little bit more comfortable. Like, if I'm being honest with you, I feel a little bit more comfortable playing Hall. Why do I say that? Because Bijan Robinson's a guy that his touches every single week are heavily jumping up and down, right? There's some games where Bijan Robinson's heavily used. There's other games where Bijan Robinson is basically a nobody. They cast him aside. So in this matchup, I think that I would rather go Bijan because he's playing up against the Bears. But I do think Hall's a little bit safer. So I'm going Bijan and McBride. The Raiders. Flock Soldier. What do you think of starting Flacco or Trevor Lawrence? I'm going to be honest with you. I would rather play Flacco than Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence has looked so fucking bad ever since he got hurt, right? He has not looked like himself. He keeps rushing himself back, and I would be shocked if he didn't play on Sunday. He should not play. Should be CJ Beathard, but he's not going to play, right? But, geez Louise, I like Flacco better. I feel much safer with Flacco. I think Flacco is, again, a much safer bet. So I'm going Flacco. I'm going cool Joe Flacco. I love Joe Flacco this week. Even against the Jets, I think Flacco is going to have this revenge game. I think Flacco is going to ball. So I'm going Joe Flacco. We're going cool Joe Flacco over Trevor Lawrence again. My confidence in Trevor Lawrence is like 0. Ingram or Njoku now that Cooper is out. I think I'm going to Njoku. Now, Ingram and Njoku are essentially both must-play guys, right? If you didn't have both of them, Alex, like, I'd be telling you, oh my God, you got to play Njoku, or oh my God, you got to play Ingram, right? They are both must-starts every single week. Every single week, he's a must-start. Oh, man. I got to go. Njoku. I just have to think Njoku is going to get fed the rock in this game, right? There's no Amari Cooper. Flacco is going to have to feed the rock to someone, and that person is going to be Amari Cooper. So I'm going Amari Cooper, Amari Pooper Scooper for show. Amari Cooper. What the fuck? I'm going Amari Cooper. I'm going Njoku because Amari Cooper is out again. I think Ingram's going to be great. I wouldn't even be surprised if Ingram outscored Njoku, but knowing how banged up Trevor Lawrence is, I think you just have to go Njoku. Again, the upside is huge there for Njoku. We're going Njoku. David Njoku. Ric Flair drip go woo on a bitch. We're going Njoku. So yeah, I'm going Njoku. Going Njoku. Sorry about that. I was answering something on my phone. Njoku. Thank you for the super chat, Thomas. Are you related to King Kong? That was a fucking terrible joke. I'm sorry. I thought that was funny. And I said it and I was like, oh, that joke sucked. All right, let's see what Mr. Kong said. I'm trying to pull up the stream on our monitor. Thank you guys for the super chats today. Make sure you guys hit that like button. It's free. Helps you out. It helps me out a ton. Now, Thomas, make sure you leave your question in chat because I don't see your question. So just leave it in chat. You might have already asked it like an hour ago and I just don't see it anymore, which is possible. So make sure you leave it in chat and I will answer it. I apologize. Oh, shit. I just tapped my water on my microphone. I apologize. That's true, Victor. Garrett Wilson, Jaylen Warren, or DeMarcus Robinson? I would go Garrett Wilson. But if you have balls, you play DeMarcus Robinson instead. Thomas, thank you for the super chat. Demario Douglas, DeMarcus Robinson, Joshua Palmer, Garrett Wilson. You need one. Ty Chandler, Zeke, or Zamir White? Pick 2. Okay. I gotcha. So I'm going to type this one out because this one's a bit of a longer question. So you need a receiver. I think I'm going Joshua Palmer. So wide receiver, we're going Joshua Palmer. At running back, we're going White and Chandler. If Jacobs plays, replace White with Zeke. And then running back part 2. Chandler, Zeke, or Zamir White? Oh, no, never mind. Those are the same questions. Same question. So it's Joshua Palmer for sure at receiver. And then it's Chandler and White. But if Jacobs plays, then you replace White with Zeke. Thank you. No problem. No problemo. Goff, Stroud, or Fields? Fields. No, it's all good, Thomas. That's not your fault. That's my fault. I don't know how the fuck to read, apparently. Don't feel bad. It's on me. Trouble at the tight end position and flex for the championship. Killer, Njoku. Yeah, I'm going Collins over Kittle. So Collins and Njoku. Cup and Smith. You know what, DC? That's a good bet. Hopefully the Jets don't do anything crazy. All right. I would go Jaden Reed if he plays Samuel. I'd go Jaden Reed. Baker or Love? Baker. Pick 3. I'd go Rice. The higher on Rice. The higher on Stafford, and then the Njoku touchdown. No, David, I think that will actually hurt Javonte. Flacco, Kyler, Minshew, or Stick. I'm going Flacco and Kyler. I'm going Rice and Gibbs, Kent. Gibbs or Mostert? Gibbs. Yeah, let's hope Stroud can do something. Do something nice. Is it crazy to play Zamir and Singletary Pollard this week? Yes. My thoughts on Diggs are that I'm kind of tired of Stephon Diggs. I'm gonna stop the camera real quick. I am kind of tired of playing Diggs. I'm gonna be honest with you. Diggs has stuck so many weeks in a row that it's tiring. It is really tiring. So I get sitting him. And Thomas, someone brought up a good point. I forgot. Joshua Palmer is on the protocol. If Joshua Palmer doesn't play DeMarcus Robinson instead. But yeah, I'd be fine not playing Diggs. My confidence level in Wilson tonight is very low. Very low. Now, again, I'm not sitting here and telling you that you need to sit him or something, but my confidence is not very high. No problem, Mason. Devontae Smith or Hall, I would play Devontae Smith. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Start one in a tight end. Kraft and Chandler. Jaden Reed. Collins or DJ Moore? DJ Moore. DJ Chuck. DJ Chuck. This Browns defense is fucking so legit. Remember, guys, we have a game on Saturday. I don't think I'm going to stream on Saturday before the game, but there is a game on Saturday. Lions versus the Cowboys. I will be live on Sunday before the games. I think by tomorrow I'm going to be fine, if I'm being honest with you. I don't know if there will be a video tomorrow, to be completely honest with you, because, again, I'm trying to just feel better. I'm not trying to strain my voice. And, again, I feel like I can't even be, like, super energetic in the videos. Like, how I'm talking now, to be honest, is, like, how I talk on all the streams, so I don't think it really matters. But, like, in the videos, I try to be a little bit more energetic. And I'm not going to be able to do that right now. And I do start coughing every once in a while if I start getting a little bit loud. So I don't know if there'll be a video tomorrow, but there's definitely going to be a stream on Sunday for sure. Faux show. Happy New Year. I'm in a Superflex championship. Drafted Joe Montana. Got Love and Denver quarterback, who's now benched. Do they put other positions in for Superflex? Okay. All right. So you have Wilson and Jordan Love. What I would do is, you just play a different position as your Superflex. I think drafted Joe Montana, unless there's like a decent quarterback available, which there isn't, right? It's week 17. There's not going to be, maybe there is. Again, I'm not in your league with you, so I don't know 100%. But unless there's a decent quarterback available, your best bet is probably just to play a receiver or running back that's on your team as your flex or as your super flex. You can play Jordan Love as your quarterback and then go with a different option at super flex. That's what I would personally do. So yeah. Now 99.99999% of the time, you do not want a normal player in your super flex. But in this scenario, where look, I'd rather play a normal player than Nick Mullins. I'd rather not Nick Mullins, than Jaron Hall, Jarrett Stidham, or Jaron Hall. Right? I'd rather just take a shot on some random running back or receiver on my bench over those quarterbacks because I just don't think those quarterbacks are going to do much. Now, if for some reason like Jake Browning's available or something, obviously you'd play Jake Browning, but that's not going to be the case. Like I'm not going to sit here and pretend that that's even possible. So, what I would do is just put your super flex as one of your other options on your bench, like one of your other flex options. That's what I would do. Momo. Hall, Swift, Ayuk, Kamara, White, pick 4. Jeez. Jeez. That is a stacked group. Swift, White, Kamara, Lockabit. And that's between Hall and Ayuk. Oh, okay. I got you. Drafted Joe Montana. So 1 second. Let me answer this and then I'll answer that. So Swift, Ayuk, Kamara, White, Hall. You're going Swift, Kamara, White, and then it's Hall versus Ayuk. I'm leaning with Ayuk. I like the 49ers to bounce back in a huge way this week. I think the 49ers are going to go to Pound Town this week. I think Ayuk's going to be a big benefactor of that. Hall's got a tough matchup. We're going Swift, Ayuk, Kamara, and White. Yeah, so what's going to happen, drafted Joe Montana, is yes, they will put a normal player in your superflex option. Superflex is quarterback, running back, wide receiver, or tight end. Now, obviously, in best ball, even in best ball, you want to have the quarterback in there, obviously, but you're not going to be able to because your quarterback got benched. So, yeah, you're going to be fine with whoever they throw in there for you. And it's actually better that it's best ball because now you don't have to even make the decision, right? Now you don't even have to sit there debating between these bench pieces. Now, it's out of your hands. It's just going to be whoever the best player is going to slide in there, and hopefully that best player ends up having a good game, which I think they will. So there you go. There you go. Should be good. You're going to get your flex or your super flex as a regular player. Brian, thank you for the super chat, man. I really do appreciate that. No question. Just thanks for all your hard work. Thank you. Really appreciate it. Thank you to all you guys. Brian, who's always in here, Tyron, Spock, Caitlin, all the people that are always here, Samuel, Emmanuel. All you guys, really appreciate you. Again, if I miss you, if you are regular and I didn't mention you, I apologize. Again, I'm a little bit under the weather. My fucking brain is working at negative 3 right now. But I keep answering, Keep rising to the occasion. I really appreciate you, Brian. I appreciate everyone. This has been a great year for me. This has been probably, I don't think this year technically had the most growth because there was a year I think where I gained 10,000 subscribers. This year we gained 7,000. But in terms of viewer retention, right, we are in week 17 and we are getting very similar views to views we were getting in like week 11, which is huge. Again, I apologize for not making any videos today, but again, I've been sick and it I want to make the product good that I record, and I don't think the product would be as good when I'm sick. That's just how I feel. Um, but I will be live. I will definitely be live on Sunday to help you guys out. I appreciate all the support on the channel, and I appreciate all you guys. Thank you guys for everything this year. It really means a lot to me, and let's hope that we can win some championships next year as well, not just this year. Third place game. Thanks for your help. No problem. Ford or Singletary. All right. So it seems like not everyone made it to their championship, but that's okay. That is okay because not everyone's going to win. All right. I didn't win all my leagues. I made it to the championship in one of 4 leagues. Not that bad when you really think about it, right? With how much injuries, how much luck. There's a lot of luck that goes into fantasy football. I know a lot of analysts or people that talk about fantasy football on YouTube will not tell you that, right? There's a lot of random shit that happens, right? You have to kind of avoid the major landmines, the huge busts, the guys that just get injured instantly. Like I was a huge Nick Chubb guy, and Nick Chubb got hurt within 4 seconds of the season. So fantasy is a tough game, so it's impressive that you even get to the third place game, if we're being honest with you. So Ford or Singletary, I'm going Singletary. Jerome Ford is a good player, but the Cleveland Browns just want to throw. Flacco has thrown, I believe, over 42 times every single game. And if it's not over 42, it's over 40. Joe Flacco is old as fuck, and they're having this guy throw the ball 45 times, 46 times in certain games. They don't want to run the ball. And plus, while I think Jerome Ford is miles ahead of Kareem Hunt, they still use Kareem Hunt. So Kareem Hunt is never going to disappear. This is just a scenario where I think I'd rather just play Singletary. I get that Singletary ended up shit the bed last week. If Singletary would have just scored one more touchdown, I would have won $4,000 on DraftKings with my DFS lineup, but that's okay. I didn't cry myself to sleep because of that. But yeah, I do definitely think Singletary gets a bump with Stroud. I think the offense is going to be a lot better, and I think that Singletary has a much better game than Ford. So I'm going Singletary over Ford. Yeah. Late to the party. I'll watch the replay. Zamir or CH? You're still standing, baby. I'm still standing. I would play Zamir, personally. Minshew, Browning, or Love? Confidence level and Love. All right, great question. Great question. Love, Browning, or Minshew? It's Love, very easily. My confidence level in Love is pretty high. Now, I get that Love's receivers are hurt. I get that Love is not the best, right? I get that Love has been topsy-turvy this season, but recently Love has ran hot. Recently, Love has looked good, in my opinion. Browning had a down game. I think Browning could come back and have a better game, but I'd rather play Love. Minshew. Minshew's a guy that if Pittman doesn't play, Minshew's basically useless. Minshew cannot do anything without Pittman. We saw that last week. That was very clear. Without Pittman, he can't do it. So you're not starting Minshew. The answer is Love. I'm very confident Love this week now. I don't believe I have Love ranked as a top 10 quarterback, but let me see. I think he's a top 12 quarterback. No, he's number 14. Jordan Love against the Minnesota Vikings, but top 14 is still a good ranking. I have Love at 14, Minshew 17, Browning 19. And there's multiple tiers in between that. So I'm 100% going with Love and praying for a miracle. I'm praying for you as well. Good luck, man. Let's get that W. Pick 2, Elijah Moore, JSN, in London. Going JSN and Elijah Moore. Traded Lamar for Hawkinson. That's tough. That's tough. But obviously, no one can foresee injuries. So sometimes shit doesn't go your way. One of my Patreons, we talk all the time. I'm not going to say his name because, again, I don't know if he would want me to say his name. Again, I try to. Not everyone's name on here is like their actual name, right? Like, I know what Spock's name is, but Spock is just Spock on here, right? 10,000 Noodles is 10,000 Noodles. So I don't want to dox someone's name, but me and him talk together on Patreon all the time, and he said earlier on this year he was about to make a trade. I forgot who it was for. I think it was for Nick Chubb, and then Nick Chubb got hurt like seconds after he almost made the trade. So it's like trades sometimes don't go your way in fantasy. You know. All right, Carlos. I need 2 wide receivers: DJ Moore, Shaheed, Higgins, and Ridley. Um, DJ Moore, Shaheed, Higgins, and Ridley. You're definitely playing DJ Moore. All right, see you, DC. Have a good one. All right, DJ Moore for sure. And then I think it would have to be Higgins. I get that maybe Jamar Chase plays, but to me, it would just have to be Higgins. I feel so much more confident in Higgins compared to these other players. I don't think Ridley's a bad start necessarily, but like Spock mentioned earlier, Ridley's kind of in like he's a very risky play, especially since Trevor Lawrence just doesn't look like himself. And realistically, Trevor Lawrence shouldn't be playing. They should be playing CJ Beathard, but they're not going to. So it really does put Ridley into a real tough situation. So my heart here tells me DJ Moore and Higgins. And I'm going to go with my heart. DJ Moore and T. Higgins. Katie's burner with the flight picture. Full PPR. Now that Amari Cooper is out, who do I play at my flex? Elijah Moore, Demarcus Robinson, or KJ Osborne? Great question. Great question. So, my opinion on this question is relatively easy. I like Elijah Moore a decent amount. I think Elijah Moore is a talented player. But why I like Elijah Moore? Demarcus Robinson has scored a touchdown in 4 straight games. Now, I understand if Demarcus Robinson does not score a touchdown, you are going to be disappointed. But Elijah Moore also has gotten heavily targeted at points in this season and hasn't really done much with it, right? Now, I get that Amari Cooper isn't going to be there, so that definitely inherently boosts his value. So I'm not going to sit here and just pretend that Elijah Moore is like some bad play. We've mentioned starting Elijah Moore a couple times in this video, in the stream. But my answer here is Demarcus Robinson. I think Demarcus Robinson, while he might be risky, I think he's going to be fine. I don't trust KJ Osborne at all with Jaron Hall. I think Jaron Hall is not very good at all. I think the benching of Nick Mullins has severely damaged the value of KJ Osborne. KJ Osborne was a guy that I was not overly in love with for fantasy, but I could see why people liked him. Right? I watched last week as well. I saw how good he could look, but the thing is, KJ Osborne a lot of the time has been fool's gold, right? We pick him up and then he ends up not doing too much. So I would rather just go ahead and stay away from KJ Osborne and go with Demarcus Robinson again, who has been on fire as of recently. What's up, Sammy? Happy holidays, man. Buffalo Bills, baby. Hashtag Bills Mafia. Let's go, Buffalo. See you, Brian. I'm definitely going with Demarcus Robinson. Been making Detroit versus Browns best ball playoff stacks. Would you take Gibbs or Montgomery and Ford or Hunt? Okay, great question. 100% would be taking Gibbs over Montgomery. 100%. Gibbs has really pushed himself ahead of Montgomery as of recently, and it is not even really close. Recently, again, earlier on in the season, Montgomery was levels ahead of Gibbs. At one point this season, it was pretty even. And now, where we are in week 17, it feels like Gibbs has a pretty strong stranglehold over this backfield. And then Ford or Hunt, to be honest with you, I actually think drafting more Hunt than Ford will be great leverage for best ball. So I think I'd rather take Hunt over Ford because I think that less people are going to draft Hunt. So yeah, there we go. Gibbs and Hunt. Because Ford and Hunt are basically the same. Love to see it, Sammy. Love to see it. With Cooper out, do we start the Jets or the Raiders defense? Definitely the Jets. Definitely the Jets. I like the Raiders defense a decent amount, but I would have to go with the Jets. I think the Jets defense is going to be able to get to Flacco a couple times now. Do I think that Flacco is going to have like this ballistic game? No. I think the Jets defense is going to be just okay, but I'd rather go with the Jets because I just think the Jets have a much better defense than the Raiders. And I think a lot of people are really hyping up the Raiders when their defense isn't all that amazing. So I'm definitely going to go with the Jets. 100%. 100%. Buffalo War Pigs, baby. I'm going with the Jets. 100%. 100%. Oh. Should I start Flacco? I think Flacco's fine. Ford or Monty? Monty. Yeah, I think I think Mostert's going to be just fine. But this matchup doesn't scream huge game out of Mostert. Hurts, Ridley, Higgins, Kyron, Connor, Ingram. Looks pretty good to me, Tyron. Give you a nice 9 out of 10. Yeah. I don't think Waddle's going to play for the Dolphins, which sucks. Rams over Texans for sure, Dan. Murray or Flacco? Murray. That's crazy, 10,000 noodles. That's crazy. Gibbs or Ty Chandler? Gibbs. Brandon Cooks or Dobbs? I would go Cooks. If Reed plays, it's Cooks. Hall or Ty? Hall. All right, guys, I'll be right back. Just 1 second. I just got to go grab some tissues real quick. Give me like 2 minutes, not even. We back. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. I apologize. CJ, thank you for the super chat, man. Need a wide receiver and a flex. Garrett Wilson, Jay Reed, Diggs, Monty, and Gus. Great question. Great question. All right. I feel like this is a scenario where you have to play Stephon Diggs. Right? Because while I've shit all over Stephon Diggs this week, it feels like everyone's out on Diggs, right? It was kind of like the Eckler thing, right? Everyone is unanimously out on Eckler, and then Eckler has a good game, right? That's what it kind of feels like. Like we all unanimously say, hey, I don't want anything to do with Diggs, right? And then Diggs goes out there and just goes fucking bananas, right? Like he goes out there and has a touchdown, 130 yards, right? 7 catches, right? A huge game. And again, are you really going to start Garrett Wilson over Diggs, right? Garrett Wilson against the Browns. You're not starting him over Diggs. Now, I could see Jaden Reed over Diggs, but Jaden Reed also isn't 100% locked and loaded to play. So what I'm doing is I'm going Diggs, and I'm going Jaden Reed. If Jaden Reed doesn't play, it's Diggs and Montgomery. This is a tough question because, like, if you asked this 4 weeks ago, right, even when Diggs was struggling, even just 2 weeks ago, right, when Diggs was struggling mightily, I was still like, all right, guys, Diggs is going to escape this. Diggs is going to be fine. Don't fucking panic about Diggs, right? But now we're sitting here in week 17, and Diggs has been terrible 4 of the last 5 games. So it's like, okay, while I am kind of worried about Diggs, like my worry has reached an all-time maximum. I am 100% worried about Diggs. So I still would have to say Diggs and Reed. But if Reed doesn't play, it's going to be Diggs and Monty. That's a tough question, though. I'll be honest with you. That is a tough question. Thank you for the super chat, CJ. CJ Stroud or Fields? I'd go Fields. I just think Flacco is going to be fine. Like, I don't see Flacco going crazy, but Flacco's been a top 13 quarterback every single week he played. So, Hall cost me a $500 league chip. At the same time, Hall got me a $1,500 chip. Notorious Fantasy, brethren, please play at least 2 leagues. Make luck work in your favor. That's true. That is true. There are some people that only play in 1 league, which is I'm fine with, right? But I play in a couple leagues. I think if you play in just 1 league, it does. Obviously, you're way more invested into that league, right? Which is cool. But if you play in a couple different leagues, you can try out different things, right? If your first round pick goes down, if you play in 1 league, your first round pick goes down, your first round pick's a bust, then you're pretty much just fucked, right? And that's just, I don't know. There's something about playing in a couple of leagues. That's why I play DFS too. I play DFS, best ball, all these things. I bet you get a bunch of different sweats every week. Pretty fun. Pretty fun. All right. All right. All right. All right. I'd go Ridley, Yas. No problem, CJ. Yeah, that is a struggle. I mean, your team, you have good players. It's just like I did not expect Diggs to be this bad in week 17. Like the last couple of weeks, Diggs has been legitimately terrible. There are straight up schlubs that are outscoring Diggs. Like guys that I wouldn't even wipe my ass with, right? But hey, what a wonderful time of day. All right. I bet $15 on David Njoku anytime touchdown. Now I'm gonna do first touchdown scores. Okay. All right, all right, all right. Brees or Mostert? I would play Mostert, personally. Personally, I'm playing Mostert. Yeah, you're going up against a real tough opponent. But they do have Waller as the tight end, so you gotta hope Waller has a real bad game, and then maybe the rest of things can go your way. So yeah, you're not in the best situation, but don't count yourself out. Don't count yourself out yet. Never count yourself out, but I wouldn't count myself out yet in that scenario. All right. Um, Bell. Who the fuck is Bell? David Bell. Okay. That's what I need. Yeah. All right, 1 second, guys. I'm just placing a bet real quick. It'd be funny if Flacco runs in the first touchdown. Joe Flacco. All right. I think your odds are not the best, but you can still win. Yeah, fucking Lamar was on the struggle bus until recently. He's been going crazy. Thank you, man. Hurts or Jackson? I would go Hurts. Ridley or Jacobs if he plays. I'd go Jacobs if he plays. Your videos have been super great. Thank you. Goff or Murray? Goff. Mixon or Connor? Non-PPR Mixon. Nah, play Kyler. Play Kyler. What did you, I got her a bunch of clothes, a necklace. I'm so bad with remembering shit that I bought. It was a lot of stuff though. It was a bunch of what else? I got her purse for her birthday, so I didn't get her that for Christmas. I wrote it all down. Let me see if I can find what I got her, and I'll answer the fantasy questions. I wrote it down on Google Docs. Trust Diggs or no? I don't trust Diggs, but most people have to play him. Most people have to play him. All right. So I got her shoes, a necklace. I got her a bunch of clothes from Abercrombie, pajamas set, a crew neck, and a stocking. So it was like I think it was like 20 things total. Half PPR, Brees or DJ Moore. I would go DJ Moore. Love me tender or Flacco. I would go with Love. Stroud or Flacco. Stroud. JT or Hall. JT. Stroud or Flacco. Stroud. I don't really trust Diggs, to be honest with you. Yeah, I'm bad at remembering shit. I have bad memory. She liked all of it though, so that's all that matters. Stroud needs the W plus Nico and Brown. Gotcha. That's a good question, Hugh. I don't know. It's a real debate. Yeah, I'm from North Jersey. I'm from North Jersey. I don't want to say exactly where I'm at, but yeah, North Jersey. Not from the South. But yeah, I know a couple of there's a decent amount of Dolphins fans in Jersey. Mayfield or Flacco? Mayfield. Which defense do you start this week? Eagles, Rams, or Jaguars? I would go with the Rams. Better likely. Garrett Wilson or Cooks? Garrett Wilson. Is this Sunday the last stream of the season? I don't know. I might go live next Sunday, but I don't know because again, I don't really know. So where they're from. Fuck, what was I gonna say? Oh, I gotta put my line up here real quick. Ohio. Ohio number 1. Right there, I'll check that out. Mixon or Eckler? Mixon. Mixon. Sorry, Miss Jackson. Ooh. Dak or Allen? Allen. Laporta, McBride, McBride. Raiders or Niners? Raiders. Oh, no, Niners. So, Allen, McBride, Niners. The rest of your lineup looks good. I'm starting Chandler. Good luck. No problem, Chuck. Yeah, I might be live next Sunday, but I don't know. I'll be live this Sunday, but I don't know about next Sunday. Week 18 is one of the if anyone plays if their championships week 18, it is impossible to actually know who to start because people get benched halfway into the game. So yeah, I don't know. I'm from Ohio. 90% of the time, I'm discussing sports. My face is dead. um, Start Moore tonight or Tillman? I'd play Moore. In championship and have Keenan Allen, but he probably won't play. So I'm left with Noah Brown or Davis. Who would you play? I'd play Noah Brown. Yeah, I would play Zamir White personally. And then if Jacobs plays, then you go CH. Ah, that's tough, Chuck. Week 18's tough, man. 'Cause there's not a lot of information. A lot of the time, like I think the Dolphins are gonna play the Bills straight up. They're gonna play their whole team. But there are certain teams where like in the second half, you might not see like Mahomes might not play in the second half, or like they might bench Rashi Rice, or Pacheco might be good to go week 18, but they don't play Pacheco. You know what I'm saying? Very hard to read. Hopefully, Tyler. Hopefully. Thank you guys all for watching today's stream. I appreciate you guys. Fields or Stroud? I would go Fields. So I appreciate you guys. I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna go blow my nose and take some more medicine and enjoy this game. So I appreciate you guys. Baker or Stroud? Stroud. Love you guys. Hope you all have a great one. See you guys on Sunday. Probably not on Saturday, on Sunday, but maybe Saturday. We'll see. Fire the league manager if they have to ship in week 18. Maybe. I think the Ravens defense will be fine against Miami, but I'd rather have a different defense. Stafford or Purdy? Purdy. Will do. Will do. I will wish my dad a happy new year. I think he's listening. I just don't know if he's chatting. Um, I will tell him after this. Tea, honey, lemon. Yeah, I gotta have some nice tea. So I love you guys. I do hope you guys have a great rest of your guys Thursday. Again, I don't know if there'll be a video tomorrow or even Saturday. That's a fire name, Tyron, the Tiger King. But yeah, I will definitely be live on Sunday. I love you guys. Hope you guys all have a great one. Toodaloo, kangaroo, in a while, crocodile.